like a Hellcat.
Hello, welcome to a new Mobile Legends matchup video. Today I will be discussing the Xborg vs Esmeralda matchup, but today as a special I will do it from both perspectives. This is a 60-40 matchup in favor of Esmeralda, since she will always has the advantage over Xborg. That's what you need to remember, you need to keep in mind every single time you play this matchup from either Esmeralda or Xborg's perspective. And the start to the game right now is quite decent. The important thing to know about Xborg is that you have to dodge Esmeralda a lot and predict in which bush she would be sitting in, and do her bush camping. because as Xborg your enemy is not only Esmeralda but rather the whole map, the bushes and potential enemy gangs, since Esmeralda can poke out your shield quite easily if she's doing it intelligently, like you can see right now. The problem is that Xborg doesn't really have a dash, that's why he's vulnerable to basically everything. I'm managing in this gameplay matchup right now my lane quite decently against Esmeralda. I got already a couple of kills at the beginning, and that's what I meant with ganks. It's really hard to survive this lane if the enemies are aggressive, but I managed to outplay them here and everything is fine. Back to lane, Esmeralda insta-used her ulti. This is one way to get an advantage in your lane as Esmeralda player, but it's not always working. And here I used my ulti mainly to clear the minion wave and maybe to do some damage to Esmeralda, because I didn't know if she would dodge it or not. And here I just used this, I abused this gold crab to get my energy back, and I'm just clearing my minions until something happens, and in the meanwhile I get some free gold, which is also nice for as a Xbox player. I realized that something was off after I got lane cut, and then I went for the Benedetta. Let's say I got the kill, but I was perhaps a bit too greedy, and now I just died. Okay, back to business, this time for real. Clearing minions, playing safe, waiting for the enemies to do a mistake is what you usually do as Xborg. Right now I had a small window of pushing the tower because Esme was a bit absent. Maybe she was busy with something, and I just used the ulti to escape safely from her, since she used her ulti to engage me too, so I knew I could do that. And you always want to have Esmeralda at full of this burning thingy there for extra damage on her. That's some true damage, and that's good damage. Yeah, and now I just try to poke her out of my lane. It's not that easy. Esmeralda can always have a new shield, and as Xborg you have to wait for a while, and now she used the ulti again. But this time I knew that I would get ganked, and that's why this was safe. I got the tower, and yeah, that was some decent stuff. And the Chang'e was playing a bit strange, I guess. Her positioning wasn't that great, and she died for it. Benedetta killed our Farsa in the aftermath, sadly, and I cleaned the minion wave with my ulti so that Esmeralda can't get the tower. Esmeralda missed her ulti, kind of, and yeah, that's how I was able to hold my lane for pretty much the entire game in this video. Because A, Esmeralda missed some of her skill shots, ultis, and B, I was able to dodge most of the bush gangs from Esme, from her enemy team, and etc. Now we see the game from the perspective of Esmeralda. This goes a bit differently depending on what you have seen, depending on the enemies. Also Esmeralda, the entire map is your friend. The bushes, your teammates, everything. That's why it's easier for Esmeralda to play out this matchup. Because she can, as you can see there, always hide in the bush and just wait for Xborg to run into you. Because he can't know where you are every single time. And that's why I was able to poke out his shield there, and yeah, and I was able to poke him even that hard that he has to recoil soon, and he had to use his flicker too. So I was just waiting in the bush to see what was going to happen, and then I realized that he was doing the jungle monster with Ling. I mean Benedetta, sorry, and yeah, he was really greedy for his minions, by the way. He had almost no HP left, and if I had more balls, I would have maybe gone for him. But I respected his gank potential, and I waited until until this moment. Xborg was so greedy for these minions that he died basically from it. At this point it's already too late to escape, so he had no way out or in, and even if he went to the bush there, he wouldn't have been fast enough, and therefore he got killed because he really wanted these minions, even though he had basically no HP to even do it perfectly. Here is the usual Esme bush camp for Xborg, and I was just freezing the minions and waiting for him to come so that I can ult him. And well, at this moment I saw that the whale got stunned from my Selena, and I overestimated a bit my my range of my ulti, and I thought I could get into the other bush with it. I should have just gone for the Xborg and just poke out his shield, and yeah, that was kinda wasted. Now I was just clearing some minions, chilling my life while Gushin was doing cool stuff and so. And now we tower dive this Xborg, because I knew we could do it. Xborg lost his ulti, I was tanking the tower, and Gushin got it at the end the kill. Even though it wasn't the most clean dive, it was okay. Back to this lane. I ulted Xborg again out from the bush because he had no vision on me. It's basically the same thing over and over again. That's why the matchup is in favor of Esmeralda. Even if both of those heroes deal lots of damage to each other, if executed properly. Here was in the bush to poke out his shield, and yeah, just force him to recoil again after he recoiled back already. 1-1 used 30p spell. I don't know why even 1-1 has TT spells nowadays, and I ulted into the bush because I expected 1-1 to be there, and sadly it didn't happen. Now you see some crazy outmaneuvers. I was sidestepping almost everything there. This is one of the good things about Esmeralda. She's so mobile. Her mobility is so high that she can dodge almost everything. And good thing about it, if with the mobility advantage, she can usually always dodge out Xborg's second skill if you time it well enough. Xborg lost his shield again, and he will soon die again. Now, you should never go into this bush if you don't even have your shield back and your half HP, because this is just free food for Esmeralda, as you can see now basically. He has no way to escape, no flicker, nothing, and dies, same as this whale. Whale is not a hero to gank for you, to be honest. Not alone at least. And I got the tower now, pretty decent, and I was just farming now a bit because no one was on my lane, nothing happened, I just got the gold crab. And with this, the Mobile Legends matchup video is over. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like and share and subscribe if you liked it, and see you next time. Bye!